Mainz is one of my favorite ships, and here we are in ranked battles. We are in the Bronze League, working our way up towards silver, and I am on the fault line map with one submarine, two cruisers, and three battleships on each team. No DD, no CV. Our Hawk is asking if we want to go to Bravo and Charlie. I'm replying sure. I was going to head over that way anyway. We'll see what our Salmon is going to accomplish here. If he'll go up into Bravo, that would help quite a bit. Doesn't look like he's moving. The athletic one is not looking like he's ready for the game. That's not good. Okay, I just told the team, well, Salmon, let's go. Then I blow my horn to maybe if he's got another tab open on his computer, maybe he's browsing the internet or something. He'll hear that. At least that's the way it works on my game. Alright, so I just asked, is our sub AFK, away from keyboard? And then one of our team dropped depth charges on him. One of the battleships, I suppose. And Hawk says he's playing for the late game. Yeah. Sometimes the guy that's AFK at the beginning of the game is the one that ends the game with the most health. Sometimes he's trying to make up for lost time and he charges in there and does something stupid. So we'll see what this one's going to do. Anybody can have troubles with their internet, and sometimes the game just hangs you up and you just don't get loaded in. Okay, let's see here. We've got all kinds of stuff happening at the same time, and all of a sudden I am spotted. So let's go ahead and get some shells going on these guys. Oh, shells coming at me already. Ooh. Overpins. Okay, they went right through me. Did not hit my citadel. That would have been a tough way to start. Mainz can be real tough, but she can also just absolutely get clobbered. If you hit her right. Some of these battleships, there's Bismarck up here, for instance, that if he hits me right could take me out with one good broadside. That Bagration is a Russian cruiser. Does not get radar though, not at this tier anyway. Okay, I'm just getting as many shots as I can on these
torpedoes to port.
Battleships. Now the Ode is up here, got good sight line on me. The submarine is throwing torpedoes at us. All right.
Astern.
I got turned into the Atlantic Ghost shells and did not do that much damage to me. Mainz is pretty tanky nose in. I just can't give up broadside or else I'm in trouble. Okay. Everybody shoot at that Odin. He's not playing real smart, knowing that we're all up here. Although I have taken considerable damage. I'm down to about 50% of my health now. And a hipper over there that's shooting toward us. I'm not sure if he's shooting at me or somebody behind me. Oh, he's shooting at somebody behind me. Good thing, because if he was shooting at me, I was hurting. Alright. Every time I hit him, I am getting defended ribbons. Oh, he got our Edinburgh. However, Edinburgh had laid down some smoke that I'm able to hide in. I'm throwing AP'd out there at that hipper because it seems like I have a good broadside to shoot at, but I am not getting the citadels that I have been able to get. But as long as I'm hitting them, I'm keeping them from getting the cap. And now, here comes the Bagration, wants to come in here and mess around. Now, if I throw shells at him, I am probably going to be detected. But let's go ahead. I switched over to HE because he seemed to have an angle that I would have just skipped my shells off of him, and I knocked out his torpedo tubes, which are 8 kilometers, so I didn't have to worry about him, but I'm not able to get shells on him. Can't get those rear guns over the island. Let's see, maybe in here I can get some shells on him. Yep, went over his bow. Okay, we're kind of blind firing a little bit, but oh, there he is. Okay. Well, our salmon did make it into the battle, but I don't know if he's going to hold out or not. All right. Good job, Alabama. Now, that puts us ahead by 1 ship. We lost Edinburgh. They've lost a battleship and a cruiser. I'm about halfway down on my health. Tirpitz is down quite a bit. Our Tirpitz only has about 35% of his health left. Alright, well, I'm going to swing around and see if I can do something with that hipper. Our salmon is moving up like he's going to go after either Alpha or follow up on the hipper. I don't know why he's not going into Bravo Cap, where he'd be useful. Maybe he's worried that the enemy sub is out there, because we have not spotted that sub yet. Uh-oh. We are just about to lose our Tirpitz. Yep, there he went. Okay. Now we are even on ships. We're ahead on points. Okay, I got a fire on that Bismarck. Nobody has me spotted. Alright, our salmon is going after the hipper. I'm telling him, go take Alpha. For goodness sakes, we need another cap. If he gets taken out trying to get that hipper, who has the same kind of hydro I have, 6 kilometers, then we'll lose that salmon, and that's all we've got to spot for us. Okay, I'll get around this island, and it looks like I might have some good shots on that hipper, so we'll see. Hipper is a German cruiser that's very similar in a lot of ways to the Mainz. Okay, he's going to give me a broadside. I switch over to AP, and when I get out here, I'll be able to shoot at him. Here we go. Alright, he didn't even know I was over here. He does not have radio locate where I did. There, got him. Okay.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Alright then. Now Atlantico is dropping depth charges on our salmon. Ooh, I don't know. That Atlantico is coming right around this island. He's going to be able to see me if he turns in. I've got to turn out. I can't go on into the cap. Alright, I might get shots right around now, and he's going to go behind an island where he can't detect me. Then I can get a couple more shots over the island. Do as much damage as we can before he comes out of there. Ah, I missed. Oh, there's the enemy submarine. Okay, let's get shots on him. Oop. Okay. Looks like he's going to get our salmon though.
The enemy
Yep.
team has taken the lead.
The enemy sub had our salmon spotted, and the Atlantico took him down with depth charges. Ooh. Now we're behind by a ship. We're still in the lead by points, but that won't last long. Okay, Hawk has depth charges going on the salmon's or that U-boat's location, and got him. Okay, nice.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Okay, yep. Firing on the Atlantico. He's running pretty close to 40% on his health. But I did get a fire on him. And it's still going. And there's the Bismarck. And he's going to be looking at me. He's trying to steal our cap. So if I hit him, I'll reset him. There we go. And now I can see him. Okay. So he missed those. Now where's Atlantico? Because he's going to be shooting at me. There he is. Ooh. Okay. I lost a gun, but I'll put up with losing the gun.
Ship is on fire.
Alright. Well, doggone. This is a difficult situation. Okay. Well, I just lit off one of Luchin's special skills by getting main battery hit, so that will help me a little bit. Now let's get shots on Bismarck. I cannot see what Atlantico's doing yet. Get up here a little closer and I can use my hydro. Try to spot what the Atlantico's doing. Okay, Hawk is getting up here where he'll get some shots on the Bismarck too. There, okay. Now we see what Atlantico's doing. His health is way down. Okay, there's a fire on the Bismarck. Oh boy. Okay. He's getting overpins on me. Oh, I got a high caliber. Okay, what's Atlantica doing? He's getting ready to come around here. And oh, I got the Bismarck. And gosh, ooh,
Ship is on fire.
got him. Okay, with a double strike, and that ended the game. Whew. Oh my goodness, that was exciting. Well, I got 90,000 in damage from 192 target hits, of which 135 of them were actual damage hits. Shot down an aircraft, probably somebody throwing depth charges around or something. Got 3 ships destroyed, started 11 fires, had 20 defended ribbons, and got that capture. Even had 4 secondary hits. Got the double strike medal. I've had a couple of those lately, but this one was especially helpful. And a high caliber for damaging 4 or more enemy ships, causing at least 30% of the total HP of all the ships on the enemy team. Wow, cool. And ended up second on the leaderboard, right behind that Hawk. So we need to comp him. With 2024 base XP, that's a very decent battle. Fired 351 shells. No, I'm misreading that. I fired 522 shells and I landed 351 of them. All right, so I'm running somewhere in the 60% range of landing ordnance on target. So I guess that's okay. And then I had 1 million in potential damage. That's a lot for a cruiser to take that kind of abuse. Those are shells that almost hit me but didn't, or they skipped off of my armor, or torpedoes that came into my area close enough for me to detect them. And so that doesn't account for all the shells that actually did hit me and did some damage. So that brought in well over 500,000 in credits and 2,639 in free XP, 12,091 in Elite Commander XP. Since this is a special captain with Luchins on here, I get all of my captain XP converted over to Elite Commander XP to help all of my other captains that I am working on. So Gunther Luchins he's just a wonderful captain. He is the captain of the famous Bismarck during that battle with the Hood, and he did die with the Bismarck when she was sunk, but he is an excellent captain to have in the World of Warships. Things that you get with him is when you get 140 hits with your main battery shells, which I did, then it increases my reload speed so that I am reloading by 7.5% faster. Same thing happens with my secondaries. If I were to have hit with my secondaries 100 times, then my reload speed would be 15% faster. That's a nice thing to have when I'm on Schlieffen, and that's what I use Luchins for my tech tree ships. So Gunther brings in a special skill for grease the gears. Does all that much more efficiency, getting my main guns on target, adds 20% to my traverse speed. And then my consumable specialist gets me a little bit faster cooldown time on my hydro, which helps a lot when I am hunting DDs. And then that incoming fire alert had it a couple of times where it helped me kind of dodge the shells that were coming at me. And then Demolition Expert lights those fires, and boy, Mainz did a lot of that tonight. Wasn't so helpful in this battle, but oftentimes I am dealing with CVs, and when I use her in random battles, there's always going to be a CV out there. And so having that focus fire training helps make Mainz a less desirable target for the carrier's aircraft. I use Adrenaline Rush because Mainz will take damage, and when her health pool gets down a little bit, then Adrenaline Rush kicks in to help her reload speed. But because she doesn't have a heal, Survivability Expert helps a lot by adding more HP to her pool. And then I run Radio Locate to help find those DDs that I am chasing down. Every once in a while, they're trying to hide behind a rock or get around behind us, and then I can know where they're coming from and either warn my team or go after them myself. And then Concealment Expert brings my detect down a little bit more. It's already pretty rough at 12 kilometers, but she would be over 13. I think she's at 13.3 normally, so that's pretty hard to deal with. But when I can find this nice spot to hide behind or be able to keep moving, then I have this very fast reload speed at 6 seconds. And when Gunther's special skills kick in, then I am reloading even faster. So she's just constantly firing. It's a lot of fun to be playing around with a good field of fire and a nice target and enough of a hiding spot that I can just free fire on them. So in her equipment loadout, I run the normal main armaments mod 1, keep my guns from getting knocked out so easy, and somewhat my torpedo tubes, although German ships that have torpedoes, they're out on the open deck and they're not shielded very well at all, so they get knocked out pretty easy. I do run Damage Control Systems Mod 1 because I am going to take damage, and this helps reduce that fire chance. Aiming Systems Mod 1 gives me tighter grouping to my shells, and that helps a lot. She's got those very high arcing shells, but when I get them on target, they all hit together and do a lot of damage when they hit. Steering Gears Mod 1 helps me a lot when I am open water gunboating, which I tend to do that more than I really do island camp. And then last, I have Concealment Systems Mod 1, and that adds to the captain's skills to bring my concealment down to that 12 kilometers, which is not great, but it's the best I can get. So Mainz has a choice of hydro or defensive AA fire, and I run that hydro at 6 kilometers. That lasts for 120 seconds, so 2 minutes of 6 kilometer range. That's actually in a lot of ways better than what you get out of other ships' radars that last only maybe 45 seconds at the most. So I really enjoy the ability to help spot somebody in their smoke, and then if I am trying to charge down a DD or go after a cap, I've got that hydro to help me out. This fighter is not all that useful. I actually wish that I could have a spotter to increase my range, but don't have the option, so that's what you get. Mainz's range is it's okay. It's just relatively short for what I need. So at 17.5, I can reach out and hit a lot of ships, but when I'm at max range, the arc on those shells are so high, it's very hard to hit anything that's moving. But I put out so many of them so fast that sometimes I can bring them on target. And then my torpedoes are 6 kilometers only. However, I oftentimes find ways to use them, and I've had battleships try to come after me to their peril, and it's something that if I ever get into a drive-by, I'm able to use them and use them effectively. I've got 2 sets on each side at only 6 kilometers. They don't have the range, but they're very fast, and the other ship can't avoid them. All right, so I am still sitting in the port of Marseille. I haven't bothered to change my port in quite a while, but Mainz is in here with her 2 turrets with 3 barrels each up forward, and 2 turrets with 3 barrels each back aft, for a total of 12 shells that she is sending downrange every 6 seconds or faster, depending on the situation. And then we have those torpedo tubes right in here and right up here that give me real good launching angles that I can put those out pretty far forward and pretty far aft without exposing my entire broadside. And I employ those every once in a while. I've done real well in brawls and things like that, as well as in ranked battles. She's just a real sweet looking ship. I really like her, and I've had some really good battles in her. This one that we just finished was uh, just one in a trail of real good ones I already had tonight. So I really appreciate the opportunity to drive her around. All right then, well, let's call that one. So have a great evening.